Here's our review of the Sonesta Hotel and Towers in Cairo. We chose this hotel because we heard its rooms were new because of its great reputation for good and safe food, and because it's part of Sonesta, which is a highly respected brand that we like in other parts of the world. Another thing we liked about the hotel is the convenient location to the airport, and that it's really business oriented, so there's a high level of Wi-Fi and individual service versus having to compete with a lot of group tours of tourists coming into the hotel. There's very solid security up front, and then you enter a beautiful lobby with piano tinkling in the background and statues and good decor and extremely friendly reception. So Mohammed is our desk manager today.
Yeah.
Tell me, are you getting a lot of guests coming to Egypt these days? Is tourism increasing?
Yeah, especially Cairo.
So why do you think people choose the Sonesta over other hotels in Cairo?
Because here we have a lot of staff here have a good experience in serving the guests. And Sonesta is a very big chain.
So after a very smooth check-in, let's take a look at the thing that matters the most, the rooms. This is the standard guest room, which as you can see is very tastefully appointed and very modern in appearance, clean and completely new looking. There's a large bed, which I can attest after having stayed there is very comfortable, and a nice seating area where you can sit and relax and watch TV. And there's plenty of channels on the TVs, by the way. Strong Wi-Fi in the rooms, and plenty of closet space as well, with extra blankets and a luggage rack because we like to stash our bags away. And there's the great bathroom, which is spotlessly clean and beautifully appointed with great Egyptian cotton towels and this high quality product that gives you all the shampoo and conditioner and stuff. There's a generous desk area with all the plugs that you need, including adapters for US, British, even European plugs. So it's very convenient and actually set up for business travelers. As we said before, the Wi-Fi signal is strong, the TV channels are plentiful, there's quite a few in English, and of course there's water provided, so you never go thirsty during the day. Honestly, visiting a Sonesta in Cairo, Egypt is kind of similar to visiting a Sonesta in Boston. The standards are maintained all the way through, from the service at the front desk to the food quality to the rooms. So it's very reassuring to know that you can visit Egypt in comfort and style when you visit Sonesta. This is the standard room, which goes for under $100 a night usually, but there are many other types of rooms, from superior suites, which we stayed in, to the royal suite. Here's the suite that Elaine and I stayed in, which is fairly similar to the standard room, except it has a massive living room. Here's Elaine. What do you think of the room, Elaine?
Well, you know, sometimes you have to rough it, right? This is a fabulous hotel. I'm really going to enjoy our 3 days here. I don't know how cool this is. Actually never saw one like that before.
Our suite bedroom had lots of nice little touches, like these recessed reading lamps beside each pillow, and elegant hanging lamps, and beautiful cotton sheets, and a really comfortable king-size bed, which we totally enjoyed after our long days on tour. We also really liked the huge closet and the recessed desk area in the room, which allowed us to work a little more privately, with lots of plugs available. And of course, in the bathroom, the illuminated mirror, magnifying mirror, and touches like that are always very useful, at least for Elaine. And there's also a funky sauna, which we didn't use or plan to use, but there it is in the bathroom in this particular suite. So lots of cool features. And of course a built-in hairdryer. So the rooms were really terrific and much more modern than we expected. Now let's take a quick look at the restaurants, including the patio where breakfast is served. Breakfast is included in your room rate. There's a wide array of breakfasts from Middle Eastern to Western, including fabulous breads like these, and labneh and hummus, to custom eggs and fruit and all the stuff you expect from a 5-star hotel breakfast. So we certainly didn't miss ours. There's a wide variety of other restaurants at the Sonesta, from this greenhouse 24-hour coffee shop to Balbak, which is a great Middle Eastern restaurant where Elaine and I had dinner, to Sushiya, an all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant. Then there's La Gondola, a nice Italian restaurant, and the French cafe called La Fauchon. Outside at the pool you'll find the In-N-Out bar and restaurant. There are also a couple of bars like the Lobby Bar and this great old traditional Speaks Bar.
Good evening.
Good evening. For more details on the restaurants, look for our restaurant review video on our blog. So Speak is named after the great explorer in Africa, right?
Yes.
Explorer
yes,
of the Nile.
Yes, he discovered the Victoria Lake and
Exactly, yes. Okay. We gave the rooms and the restaurants high marks, so now it's time to look at the other amenities. The secluded pool and garden area is one of the reasons we chose the Sonesta, because a lot of the downtown hotels just don't have them. Elaine and I are going to try and squeeze in some pool time in our busy Cairo schedule, but there's so much to see. Turns out we didn't have the time to use the pool, but we would have loved to. We really like the look of it. I can assure you Cairo gets hot. We're lucky that it's pretty mild while we're here, but the pool is definitely going to be somewhere you're going to want to break away during the day if you can.
You know, we've been having fellow travelers that we keep bumping into at all the sites. They're American, and they're staying at an American chain hotel with a very good reputation right in downtown Cairo. And guess what? They're not actually pleased with it. Even though it's a much more central location, it's kind of seen better days according to them. They were surprised by that. Some people might say, Sonesta, it's not right in the center of things here in Cairo, but actually after a day of touring, when you're in the center of everything all the time, sometimes it's nice to escape to a lovely, more calm oasis. It's really been refreshing overnight.
So we're getting a quick tour of the health club.
All right, I'm now up to about 6 pita a day with all my different hummuses and spreads. So it's actually time I visited the health club.
This is actually a major health club, much more extensive than most hotel gyms. As you can see, there's a full circuit of weight machines and so on. Let's go in and take a look. Okay, now you're talking a health club. In a hotel setting, this is about as big as I've ever seen. This Sonesta property keeps surprising us. It has so many different facilities that we are just discovering in our short stay that it's pretty cool to find out.
Well, guess what I discovered? Inside the ladies' spa, there's actually a huge jacuzzi and a steam room and a very quiet space for just reclining and relaxing. Maybe you can show them the men's side.
This is the men's spa. There's a full locker room, so the sauna room looks great. Okay, in Cairo it's already like a sauna much of the time, but if you really want a hot sauna, there's a great one right here. And there's an almost equally hot jacuzzi. You can book massages and other treatments at the spa. There are a lot more amenities in the hotel, so we'll just list them quickly so you have an idea what's there. Well, there's a barber shop and a beauty salon here. And these were two more things we didn't have time for. Actually, I would have liked to price a haircut, but didn't get around to it. There are plenty of other amenities, like a casino and a discotheque that opens at midnight. But we weren't really up for that because we needed our beauty sleep to be able to see all the sights. There was also an ATM machine in the lobby which worked with all international networks, so I was very glad to see that. That's a very handy feature actually, because you don't always find the ATMs in hotels. Usually it's a currency exchange desk, which can be an expensive transaction when you get around to it. But the one amenity Elaine was really interested in exploring was the stores. Quite a few of them in the hotel, and we'll have a separate report for you on Elaine's feedback on what the stores are really like. So we talked to some of the staff at the Sonesta Hotel and Towers to get the background on some of their philosophy and how they feel about service and other things.
Right. My name is Adil El Sobki. I'm the duty manager of the hotel, working at the Sonesta from a very long time, more than 30 years.
That Egypt is very safe. If you are visiting any other African places, you will not find safe here like in Egypt.
So one of the interesting things here is the Sonesta offers La Clé d'Or concierge service.
Le Clé d'Or, this is I think from 65 years ago, starting in France and going for the States. So this is international certification for high hospitality and international hospitality for our guests who feel him still in his home.
How do you think American tourists are accepting Egypt these days?
We lost the American tourists. Where is American tourists? Please ask him to come. Our country is safe and friendly and very cheap. Ask him to come.
As an American, I can tell you that I have never felt as safe as I feel in Egypt. There's a really friendly, welcoming environment. And as Mr. Shaban is basically saying, there's no reason not to come, right?
The American tourists, the best. It is I can to be friends. When I meet him in elevator, we have to be friend with them. The American tourist is very, very nice. And also the Sonesta, this is American chain, our head office in Boston. Please invite the American people to come.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
It's been a great experience. Well, we feel we made a smart choice in selecting the Sonesta Hotel and Towers in Cairo. After we'd already made our selection, we told the hotel we planned to write about it, and they actually gave us a complimentary room. But they've had no influence whatsoever on our review. I think the points speak for themselves. The new rooms was really the big thing for us. Beautiful, clean rooms. The location turned out to be more convenient than we expected, and the food and stuff was all terrific, and amenities great. Of course, the fact that we could book the hotel and the cruise together just made it that much easier, and we'll be reviewing that shortly. Of course, you can book everything directly at sonesta.com, so it just makes it easy and quick to do it. Finally, we want to just salute Sonesta for putting together the most incredible value of a fabulous hotel room at an incredibly reasonable price in Cairo. Well done.